What's up, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy C-WILL121. And right now we are in Maybe Entertainment's studio. And we're going to talk about the third album, which is Reality. That's right. So stay tuned. Okay, so basically, in order for me to let you feel this a little bit, I have to take you back in time. Back in time. The first thing you need to know about this album is this album came about due to the simple fact that your boy C-WILL121, at the time C-Will, before my name changed, basically we were taking trips back and forth from New York to Paris. Now, without mentioning names of any sort, because this particular album is going to get a little dramatic. But that's the whole thing about talking about it. The whole mystery behind it in the new vibe music journey is you learning what it takes as I go up to different levels. Because on this album in particular, like I said, it was all about more, not just the creativity part of making a song, but what would happen each time I did a set of songs. Because one particular major music radio station out of France wanted to play my singles. But however, there's a group of politics involved. And because I'm completely independent, as I own the label, the entertainment company, and I have my publishing company, which is CSAC, it became quite interesting because I came into the station basically reaching the top level of decision makers. That is the founder of the radio who owns the station. And I also had to go through certain people as they judged my music. And the thing is, you have to realize that I had just come back and forth from opening up for Earth, Wind and Fire at the Cannes Music Festival. So basically, through those contacts, they set me up with a radio station, major radio station, like I said, and they only play major hit songs. So who is this new guy walking in, coming in the station in particular, and just going straight to the top heads and sitting down and negotiating how I was going to get one of these singles to be played on regular rotation. Different deals can be made all the time, so I'm not opposed to listening to certain things and trying out new ventures. However, it was going to get a little sticky, and that's because in order for me to be played on this radio station, I was told that I would have to do something sexually. So, of course, this ended right there because your boy C-WILL121 is not getting down with anybody for anything business-wise in music. However, that left a very big taint because a lot of finance was spent going back and forth building these relationships that were introduced to us. And of course, it was definitely whack in the face. So with each time going, we presented 3 songs each time. Um, Within, let's say, all of this happened within 4 months of traveling back and forth. Of course, the year was 2005. Um, Between 2004 and 2005, because I always start my production in the winter season and then work it, into the spring, and then release it right before the spring and the winter season. So, or during the winter season. So, this was the thing, and of course, I was very disappointed. However, I had, out of this batch of songs, I had done 9 songs. Now, that means each time I went, we went 3 times to equal 9 songs, and each time, all the way until the very end, right after I was told that particular thing, it's a funny thing that happened karma-wise, because we came back to New York and I was just totally shocked. I was like, wow, this is the industry and this is the deal. You know what I'm saying? For some things. Now, I ain't calling the shots on what's out there and what you're listening to and what you see with celebrities and all this other stuff, but I could just assure you that I definitely have a lot of war stories on, you're not going to get this unless you do that. And never have I ever done anything. I've always kept the business business. My private and personal life is private and personal. All right, so that's what's up. Anyhow, what I decided to do with 9 songs was, if I put one more song to it, it would make an even 10. That would be the third album. Now, from my first album, Storyteller, I had charted, which you can see when you go to the videos in this source that we're in right now. Because I know I have this attached to some form of the source, whether it's my website or my social sites. You can see, if you take a look or look through my previous postings and things. So you could see that, first album charted with DMX. I charted at #1, and I was #1 for 2 months with Storyteller. Okay. The Storyteller came out in 2002 or 2003. Can't remember the exact date. Then there was Open Doors. But with Storyteller, you can go through that whole thing. You'll see all of the different artists who was on it, and all of the different uh, types of situations I was going through with that. Open Doors, we went to France, and that's when I opened up for Earth, Wind, and Fire in Cannes through a company called Group Partouche, which is no longer around. But they were a big casino corporation that, headed the entertainment in Cannes and, this kind of thing. On the third album, this one, Reality, I didn't do too much of different things. I definitely did spot dates, around the States, shows, and I, publicized it, but not by that much. And I think that was because I was just kind of hurt about the whole scenario that had went on, and just, of course, the album got its name, Reality, through all of the things that I went through, really understanding how this industry is. And now my brain had to work 5 times as hard to figure out how I was going to do my thing. Because, of course, the music was shifting, the time was shifting. 2005 we were talking about, and music was just shifting again. With internet, a lot of things was happening, so I had to be smart. If I was going to start doing shows, my mind started shifting on more like a project-based thing with my albums and my singles and themes. Like I wanted to have, I wanted to build. So this is what was going on. Still living downtown in Manhattan in the West Village. Uh, but, like I said, not too many shows with this particular album. And I didn't really market it too much. Again, because I was just dealing with this whole mental thing of, oh, this is what the industry is like. This is what the people are like in the industry, and dealing with the hardship of, dealing with deals and this kind of thing. So um, basically, this album was kind of kept, which is why we're doing what we're doing now. We're putting it on the site for you to purchase, and uh, it has a lot of great songs on it. Actually, there's a bilingual song I did in American and French called I Adore You. It's a ballad, but it's really cool. And a song called Good Things that I had the uh, great opportunity and vibe to work with an engineer um, out of Brooklyn who was the remixer and engineer for, like, at this time, for Beyonce. He did some remixes and engineering for Michael Jackson stuff. Um, he was just the first call for a lot of things, and even in audio engineering for like products for audio, a lot of the companies would send him and his partner a lot of the audio to test out, on their sessions and stuff. So basically, he started mixing reality, and it was a great feat because uh, I actually recorded a song or wrote a song right there in the studio while he was already mixing. As I approached, telling him, hey, I want to get extra time, and add this extra song, which was called Good Things. I wanted to, because I had gone through, like I said, so much mentally with this whole escapade of dealing with people and all of the stress of that. I just wanted to end the album on a positive note and then keep that because, every time I do an album, it's emotional also, and if I can, or if it is how it should be naturally, and I like to end on a positive note every time. Um, when we talk about my next album, that's not the case, because the album's title was based off of the emotion of frustrated, which is why I got the name Frustrated. But this is the third album, Reality, right here, and just gonna go through this for a second. You got the cover, which right now looks a little worn in, as CDs are kind of like they're still around, but they're fading out, and we're going into the digital market, more and more. So on the inside, it looks like this. If you will, that's the concert footage that I had when I was in France and at the Festival of Cannes. I was singing and I played drums. I came out playing, and then I was behind the drums singing down below, and then I got up right here. You see where my finger is, and started singing. Had a very good band. Again, on this trip, it was cool. Uh, the pictures from the fourth album, uh, the pictures from the second album, Open Doors, leaked into this album, uh, Reality, because of the relationship that I was trying to establish with Paris, France. That relationship didn't work out too cool. Just gotta say, I'm being real, and I'm gonna always tell you the truth, and that's just what that is. Maybe in the future that'll change. I don't know. Life is life, and love is love. So I'm gonna keep it right there. The back of the album has this, which is my hands on the drumsticks, and that's on a snare drum. And that I did that on purpose to signify no matter what I go through, music for me is life, and it's real life. Like, it's in real time for me all the time, 24/7. my life plays out with it, and my life is almost secondary outside of music being first. So I just wanted to put this there to signify, yeah, I might have went through this, and it definitely taught me some lessons, and I learned a lot. But I want you to know that this is what I do, and this is forever what I'm going to be doing. Some things might variate with it, but it is part of my breathing. This is it. So, with that said, um, the objective uh, on my website right now is to make a certain amount of sales uh, with this that I will be happy with. So this is definitely a great quality album to buy because, again, and purchase because and have for yourself and your collection of me. As I have 7 albums, now up to date, working on the 8th, believe it or not. And that's just how it goes with C-WILL121 and maybe entertainment. I'm going to cut it right here. Wish you the best. I love all of you out there. I want to thank you all for your support over the years as I've gone on this journey, approaching 18 years in this. And God bless. Wishing positive energy and love. Peace, y'all. People too fast crying because of high bills, and people too fast dying because our leaders do kill. The children want more for less. This is no test.